Hey guys, welcome back to Easel Does It Studio. My name is Michelle, and we have got some brand new resin we're going to play with today. This is a fairly new company. They are on Amazon, and it's called Bond Craftor is the company's name. I will have their website link in the description below. And they reached out and asked me if I would be willing to try their resin. I said, absolutely. So they sent me the 32 ounce, I believe this is 32 ounce. There's a little paper that so yes, the 32 ounce kit. So this is the 32 ounce kit. So I will go over what's in here, and then I will show you the other one. So you get some gloves. You get 2 little mixing cups, which you know we always can use mixing cups. Some stir sticks. The instructions, we'll go over that in a minute. And this is, it's a part A and B. It's a 1-to-1, just like what I normally would use. And I'm really anxious to try this, guys. Oh, we got a few more stir sticks in here. So this is the kit that you get for the 32 ounce kit. So you get the A and the B, you get your stir sticks, you get some gloves, you get some mixing cups. So let's see the instructions. Okay. So again, make sure you're using clean things with no oil. Wear your protective gloves. You're going to mix equal parts of A and B by volume, so you don't have to weigh it. And you mix thoroughly in consistency in a clockwise direction for at least 3 minutes with a wooden or plastic stick. It says you may see streaks and bubbles or cloudiness when mixing, but that's normal. It's the chemical reaction, and then it will get clear as it gets all mixed in. Before pouring the resin into the mold or objects, let the resin sit for about 5 minutes so it can degas. And then pour the mixture slowly into your surface. Wait 24 hours and it will be 95% cured, fully cured within 72 hours and ready to use. So pretty much the same. And then here it just gives the storage, you know, cool, dry place. If you get into contact with your skin or eyes, rinse and seek medical advice. And then this is the ingredients of part A and part B. So that is what is in this kit. So I'm just going to put this back in here for now because I have another one to show you. So I'm just going to put my stir sticks in my container with my little cups. All right, so so that was the one item that they sent me. Then they sent me the gallon of epoxy resin. So this is the kit for that. And I will also put the link for this one in the description below. All right, so I'm trying to get it somewhat under camera so you can see, but so we get 4 cups, which we always need, our instructions, and you get your part B and your part A. I like that they have different colors so that you know, and they have the sticker on the top, but that way you know all right, I've already poured the white bottle and I got to pour the blue bottle, or vice versa. So I do like that aspect, having that color-coded bottles. So then we get 2 of these scrapers, which I love, and 2 big hard plastic stirrers. So that's awesome. And then you get 6 pair of actual gloves. So yeah, I won't wear these only because I don't know if they are latex free. So I will just keep these like as an emergency. But so that's in the 1 gallon kit. I know the prices were really good. I cannot remember off the top of my head. I should have got the pricing before I came on to let you guys know, but I will definitely put the links in the description. So I don't know like if these two are the same or if they're a different resin. I'm not sure. But because of, I'm going to be doing like 3 different things, I'm going to use this resin today. So I'm just going to move this one aside and we're going to use this, and I will just move the box out of my way. And let's move this back so that we can have some room here to look at the directions. I'm assuming it's the same. Yeah, it's the same identical one as the previous one. So, yeah. So that's what we're going to be using today. So let me go ahead. I'm going to get these opened. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to be making. So I'm doing something different today that I have never done before. But it's with molds that I have used before. All right, so we're going to use this round tray. This came in, I believe, a 3-piece set. This is the smaller of the 3. And I don't know if you remember, you saw it. It was quite a few videos back. I made, I used the hand painter's resin, and I made like a stained glass look. Well, that hand painter's resin actually like stained my mold. So I'm not too worried about it because it's going to be the back. I'm going to be doing it face up. So this is going to be the top. So we've got this, and then I also have this welcome sign that came in a kit that I was gifted, and I don't remember who gifted it to me, but it was a gift. So thank you. So what we're going to do is I'm going to, once this sets up, and I'm going to do this, we're going to attach this piece to the top of our resin. And then I'm going to use my, yeah, you know, those things, the press-on stickers. My word. And I think I'm going to use the Christmas-themed ones because I've been dying to use those. So this will either be like here, or it might even be like up here. It's going to depend on what I do for the stickers. And I'm going to leave it in here so that after I put the stickers in, I can do a final coat on the top. And when that's wet, I can decide on where I'm going to put this. You know, I'll have a better placement of whenever I put the pieces in here. And then I'm going to make a stand to hold this piece. So I've had this mold for a while. I've only used it once, and I don't even believe I did it on video. So we're going to be using 3 different molds today. So yeah, I don't know how much resin we're going to be using, but we're going to be using. Okay. So I'm going to put you on a brief pause. I am going to pick out my colors. I believe this is going to be a red glitter. So that's what I'm thinking with this. And I've just got to get my stickers and figure out what I want to use for a background color. And then I will be back and we will get some of this mixed up. And I maybe just do the hand mixing. I do have an electric mixer. It didn't say that we couldn't use it, but I might just, you know, go according to the directions and we'll see. So I will be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back. I think I've decided what I'm doing. So I am going to, I'm a toss-up right now between this and this. I don't know if that's going to be too much. The bells, I want to kind of position underneath where the welcome is going to go, or this snowman. So it's going to be this snowman or this snowman. Yeah. So I figured instead of going full Christmas, I'll go more wintry with Christmassy colors type of thing. All right. So, and I did bring my cutting board over so that I can move this to my curing table so that I can do another project later. So, yeah. All right, so let me get my gloves on and we are going to get some resin mixed up. So I am going to mix up 8 ounces. I'm gonna do the smaller pieces first probably, and then we'll do this. So I pulled out 2 of my red. This is my favorite red. It is called Garnet, and I am like almost out, and it's by Recollections. I got this at Michael's. So I'm going to use what I can and hopefully have enough to do this. And if not, then I'll add some of the brighter red into it. And this is just cherry red. So these are the glitter that I'm going to use. And look, I already got it in there. And I got it over everywhere. Yeah, here we go. This piece I'm not as worried about. This I'll have to clean up. And I'm contemplating between these 2 blues, because there are some darker blues. So I'm thinking we're going to go with a lighter blue base, and we're going to just do a dark green for the holder. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so let's... And it did not say, I'm going to look on the bottle to see if it gave a working time. I mean, this is on the back, so it really won't show, but I don't want any to float up. So we're going to just clean this out. All right. I'm not going to worry too much about this because that's going to be the red going in there anyways. But I just don't want any more flying anywhere that it doesn't need to be. All right. So I'm going to turn this around and we're just going to move this out of the way so I don't, and we'll move these over here. Let's get our resin mixed up. Let's see. Just it doesn't say how long you have to work with it, so We'll soon find out, won't we? All right, so I'm gonna, there we go. Just so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. So they have these little pull tabs. All right, so we are going to mix up 4 ounces. This is part B. See the B? And this is Bond Craftor's resin, epoxy resin. I'm gonna let that settle for a second. Okay, so we're right at the 4 ounce line, and we're gonna get part B, which is the blue bottle. I like that. And what I try to do, because if I don't, I end up screwing up, is when I use one, I'll move it to a separate area from where I'm working. So that way I know that I've poured that one. So now we're going to go to the 8. And you guys know that I will be 100% truthful if I like this resin, because that's just how I am. All right, so we're going to put that in. Let me put my cover on, because you guys all know I'm a klutzy person. Okay, so we're going to slowly mix. All right, so we're at 3:17 on my clock. And again, you want to scrape your sides and your bottom. So I'm doing exactly per directions so I can give this a fair and honest review. It's not making a ton of bubbles, so that's good. I know I've had some, when I hand mix them, I get crap tons of bubbles. Okay. Just gonna make sure we scrape our sides. You know what? I didn't even think. This resin just came in the mail. I probably should have waited a day for it to, I mean, it's cool out. It's not like freezing cold, but I never even gave that a thought until just now. So, all right, just we got 1 more minute to go, but it's getting nice and clear. Now, if I was doing a clear piece, I would run it through the debubbler. It's actually a fairly thick resin. I'm surprised. So, it probably would not do good in my debubbler machine anyhow, because it doesn't do thick resin. So I am thinking maybe 2 ounces for this is kind of what I'm thinking. And I already see something, piece of glitter or something in here. Did I get it? No, I did not. See, it is a piece of red glitter. That glitter gets everywhere, guys. It's sneaky stuff. It is, it is. All right, so I'm going to take a paper cup and just going to give it another quick stir here. So I'm curious to see like the working time with this, because this is a thick resin. So this might be a good resin for blooms. So I'll be giving that a try too, once I can figure out like the work time. All right, so is that going to be too much? Oh, well, we're going to, all right, I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to pour a little bit out, because I'd like to leave like 3 to 4 ounces for the tray. So I'm going to go in with this red first, because this is the red that I want the welcome sign in. And I'm going to use a lot of it. And I also am going to use the clear glue, because I don't want this resin, this glitter to just sink. I want it to be throughout, because look how pretty. All right, let me zoom you back in here. Hang on. Oh, now too much. There we go. All right. But look how pretty this glitter is. And the camera's not even showing nearly the beauty of this. All right. So I am going to get my clear glue. And we're going to do the, I'm going to put, before I do that, I'm going to let this sit, because it said to let it sit for 5 minutes, and I can see the bubbles coming out. Can you see the bubbles like popping on the top? So we're going to let that sit. So let's mix up, all right, so I have 6 ounces. These are maybe gonna, I don't know, let's see. I am going to, we're gonna mix up 3 ounces, I guess, of the green. And if I have to mix up more for the tray, that's not a problem. I'll just do that. All right, so we're going to use the dark green. And I'll get another stir stick here. And that's going to be more than enough. That went a little crazy. We're going to get that all mixed in. So on the box, it said that the resin's fully dry in 8 hours and then fully cured in 24. So I don't know if that means that it's like demoldable at that 8-hour mark. So I will keep an eye on it and I will let you guys know. I'm not gonna put a heat mat, nothing. Because like I said, I want to give this an honest and fair review. So I'm not gonna, but look at that. That's a really pretty green. Okay, so we're gonna let that sit for a little bit too. And now I'm gonna mix my drop of glue. I'm gonna start with one. Let's start with one and just see. I want the glitter to stay like suspended throughout. Yeah, I think that will be good. All right, so, and let's just start getting our welcome. Oh, I want to spray with alcohol first. I almost forgot, guys. And I'm not going to worry about the red glitter because we're adding red glitter to this one anyways. So it is not a big deal. And because of the glue, it gets really clumpy. So you've got to have a little bit of patience because it's like booger snot. It really is, guys. Don't mean to be gross, but that's what it reminds me of. Kid's old runny nose. But I love this red. So I am going to have to find some more of it. Because I can see me using a lot of this at Christmas time, you know, for the Christmas projects. All right, so let's just work this around. You want to make sure that everything is covered. Like this definitely needs more, but I just want to get everything in there. All right. I'm quiet because I'm concentrating. I don't want to over pour, but I want this to be full. And when you do the glue trick like that, you have to really pay attention because you have to cut it like with a knife, basically. So if you just want a little bit in there, you've got to be ready to, you know, cut it off at a certain point. And I want just a little bit more in here. All right, so I am gonna move this over here so it's out of my way. And let me get like a little scraping tool here. And I just want to get that all in the mold. It's so I don't have a lot of cleanup. All right, so that is looking really good, guys. Could use a little bit more there. Let me just give it a good spritz. And let's see. So if you don't want a lot of trimming, try to make sure that your resin is domed so you can kind of see rounded above where the mold is, and then you won't have a lot of cleanup because resin does shrink as it cures. And this is self-leveling, but if my table's not 100%, then there. That is looking good. Okay, so we've got that one done. And I still have a little bit of my favorite color, guys. Oh, all right. So now we're just, this is just gonna be the green. So this has been sitting there, and virtually there's a few micro bubbles, but that is pretty much it. So, and there's no powder on the top, so that means I mixed my mica good. All right, so let's... So I might have to make, because this was 3 ounces, and that is pretty close. So took 2.5 ounces. So let me see, I'll pour this in here, and this one can use a little bit more, but I want to at least get a layer in here. Okay, so I am gonna put 2 ounces. Oh, maybe an ounce and a half. And some more green. So now the tray on the first layer, it doesn't need to be completely full because I need to leave room for a clear top coat over the stickers. So I want it, you know, pretty full, but not like domed, like I'm doing these pieces. So that one's going to get poured in 2 different sections, you know, 2 different times before we completely fill it. All right. Oh, it's... Now, I know I have got to take this tool and get into these little areas, because that's what I didn't do the first time I made these, and I ended up having bubbles in there. I mean, I could fix the tray, but it had bubbles, and I don't want any bubbles, because this is what holds it together. So and I'm not going to pour clear, because I've learned my lesson. When you do that, it does that crackle effect, and that is not the look that I am going for. So I'm just gonna put a little bit in there, because there's already green in here, but because it only needs a little bit more in each of these. Need something deeper. I'm getting all goopy here. All right. So that is pretty full. All right. So I'm going to give that a good spritz. And I'm going to move this to my curing table. Let me just wipe up some of this resin so I'm not dragging it through. All right, so all right, so you just move all this off and grab my tray here. And I just slide my pieces right off that parchment paper. Yeah. Because if not, then I'm not gonna, and I got some resin that spilled here. All right. I'm just going to fold this. And let me get a clean paper towel here. And try to clean my hands a little bit. All right. So now we've got our spot for our tray that we can work on. So I guess we'll try this one. No, we're going to try cyan because I've never tried this color before. So we'll do the lighter blue. I can always add some dark to it. So I've got, let's see, 1.5 ounces in here. So I know I'm going to have to mix up some more. So let me put you on a pause so you don't have to watch me and mix it for 3 minutes. And as soon as I get that done, then I will be back and we will mix the color and we'll get this poured so that we can let it set to get ready for our next step. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got like a half a minute left, so I figured I'd come back on it. So I ended up making 8 ounces. Why, I don't know. Because I already had 1.5 ounces, so we're definitely going to have some extras. Okay, so that's 3 minutes. Going to let that sit. So I'm going to mix the mica powder in this amount, and then I'm going to dump more in. So all right, so let's start with that. And let me, what must stick here? So this says it's a, and I ended up using the dark blue. This is the one that I ended up using. I was going to use the cyan. So let's just see what color this turns out to be. That's actually really light. Yeah, I guess there is light blue and Christmassy stuff, I guess. Let me just... Yeah, I guess that would... I want it to be a different shade than the blue in the stickers, but I also... I don't want it to clash with the blue that's in there. So I'm going to pour this to the 4 ounce mark, about 4.5 ounces. Let's stir this and see. I'll probably have to add more, but yeah, definitely going to have to add more. That should be good. So, I guess what I'm going to do is we're going to have to find a mold. And I'm going to do... I was thinking maybe I could do a clear piece to see how that looks in a clear piece once we get this done. Because I know I don't even know what I was thinking. I know that the big tray holds 24 ounces, so this might be deceiving and hold a lot more than I think that it's going to hold. So I'm going to give that a few minutes, and let's do something with the red. Let me see. What do I have? Okay. Let's see. You know what? Maybe we'll just do... This is the Santa mold that I got that I wasn't sure what it was, and it was a Santa mold. But this is also, I think this is a Santa. And then I have two gnomes. All right. Let's try the Santa hat. All right. Because if we could get the red to go just in the hat part, even if I finish this at a later date. All right. Because I believe this is a Santa. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, the beard is here. So it's either a Santa or it is a gnome. So we're just... I want to spray some alcohol. And I'm just gonna... And sometimes it's so hard to see, like in these molds, where things end and where they begin, and you know, all that good stuff. All right, so I'm just gonna try to clean some of this up. You know what? I'm just gonna, because I don't even know what this looks like. I've never poured this mold, so, and I have a feeling we're gonna have a bunch left, so why not? All right, so we've got our extra started, and get this going here. Kind of gave that a rest. All right, so let's just get this and see where we end up. Because like I said, I want to leave enough of a space to top coat it. It doesn't have to be a big top coat, but yeah. So, I'm just gonna get that around. Kind of let that just get all in the corners. And hopefully this way here, it'll prevent any bubbles from trying to stick to those edges. All right, so let's let it start leveling. So we could probably do, all right, that's 3 ounces. So let's go with 3 more. A little bit more. All right, that should be good. So I am gonna spray that with some alcohol, because we all know mica powder, you know, it kind of pulls into the center, and so, and because it's not much resin in there. All right, so you know what? I think it's gonna take the rest of it. I really do, because it's still got a ways to go. All right, so we're not gonna waste any. We're gonna scrape, scrape, scrape. All right. I've got to get some silicone containers that I can reuse, because I've been going through a lot of cups lately. All right, so I'm just wiping this off with a paper towel. And I'm going to spray it with rubbing alcohol, 91%, and wipe the stick off. So that way it's not sticky and it's nice and clean for the next project. There we go. Look at that. Just like brand new. Just like brand new. All righty. So I guess I overpoured. Was a good, happy accident. So that would be 9.5 ounces so far. All right. Turn it, 'cause for some reason something on my table is not level. And I leveled my table, so it's got to be my board or something. And that's the other reason that I like to move it to my curing table, because I know that's perfectly level. All right, so I do want to leave room for a clear top coat, but like I said, we don't need much on that layer. Wow, guys, it took all of it. So we will finish doing the snowman with whatever we do on our next project. So I am thinking, even for the top coat, I'm gonna probably mix up, I don't know, 4 or 5 ounces, because there is still quite a ways to go on here. Like right here is fuller than over there. So I've definitely got to get it leveled. It could be this paper too that's like curling up or whatever, but I will get this on the curing table, and when it's ready to demold, I will be back and we will go on to the next step, guys. All right, so I've got I gotta get a clean paper towel so I can shut my phone off without getting my phone all goopy. All right, so I will be back shortly. Okay, guys, I am back. These are fully cured. So we're gonna demold these. We're not gonna demold this yet. So, and this is the next day. And I do have a discount code if you want to try this resin. So far, I am really impressed with it. And if I'm out of breath, that's why I'm huffing and puffing. I had just finished up another video and I had to run up the stairs, shut the lights off, go back up the stairs, turn the lights back on. You know, the whole big thing. So, yeah, that's why I'm a huffing and a puffing right now, guys. It is in the morning. It just barely hit 10 o'clock. So, I am... All right. Please, no bubbles. Let me just get the rest of this out first, because those little nibs are a little bit tricky to get out. So if I do it this way, all right, so I'm just gonna get everything demolded and then we will flip them and see. So there's no bubbles. Nothing, I mean, it degassed really, really good. So I did check on the pricing. For the gallon one, I believe it was like $63.99. And for the other one, it was like $38 for the 32 ounce. So the links will be in the description box, as well as there's a discount code for Amazon, and there is a discount code for their website. The discount code for the website is good on any of their products. I believe they even sell like mica powders. I haven't looked into that yet, and I will. And the Amazon discount code is good for only the epoxy. So, and for new customers, you get a 10% discount plus mine. So now would be the time to take advantage of it, guys. Okay, so this is our stand. This came out awesome. All right, so let's see if, and it it works, guys. It fits together. And I will glue this. So what we're going to do is this stand, this is going to set like this when we finish it. So and this is really hard, guys. It's not bendy. So I'm really impressed. Because you know me, I like to, you know, I don't like to have to wait 3 days to unmold something. So, all right, so I have got to decide where I want this. Oh yeah, I gotta show you guys this too. Hang on. Look at that. I mean, there is no bubbles, guys. This came out amazing. And that glitter stayed suspended all the way through. It didn't just sit on the surface. So, I think we're going to put this here. And let me grab the stickers. And I think I'm going to use this one. So where are my scissors here? Let me just cut this out. So I did join their affiliate program because I was impressed with just how easy this mixed, and so I do earn a small commission if you use my links, but that money goes right back into my channel, so every little bit helps, right, guys? All right, so we might use this candy cane. I'm not sure, but if we do, I don't want it there. So we're just gonna cut our little sticker out here. All right, so, and that will be clear, but I just want to get my pieces placed. And I wanted to use this bell, but it might be too big. So let's just cut around it and then we can see. Because then what I'm going to do is I am going to put a top coat on this. Did that. And let me see. I might change my mind here. All right, let's cut this truck out. I really like this truck. All right, so my initial, and we could put that so it's there, was something like this. But maybe, all right, let's see. And this will, I can get this like a little bit closer. Let me see, what else do we have? I don't know if the truck is gonna work. So let's, maybe we'll just do the two snowmen. See, and that's the thing. You can have a vision in your head, and then once you get the pieces down, it's like, yeah, no, that don't look right. So we're just gonna pivot and let me see if I can find, let's see if I did something like that. All right, let me just look through my stickers here. And just kind of see what we, I could find like a tree. Wrong. If it was flipped the other way, it would have worked. Just going to move those back so that I can so the link for these stickers will also be in the description box. That tree is maybe a possibility. Maybe. All right, so maybe instead of doing the snowman, we could do the truck, because we could put him there, and do the tree here. All right, that's my scissors. And cut the tree out so that I can see how it looks. You know, and that's the other thing too, is like you can have one idea one day and then the next day you're in a different mood. So your idea changes. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but I am. I really wanted to use the bells. Let's see if we put the bells there and the welcome. No. I like this up at the top. Maybe the bells there. Truck here. No. No, no, no. All right, so where's... maybe... all right, so let me... okay, so I'm liking that. I need something here. Let's see. That's a possibility. All right. All right, maybe. I've got so many different ideas. All right, so we could put the candy canes. All right, so maybe we'll just move these guys up. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with that. Okay. So what I gotta do is I gotta get my stickers down, and then we're gonna mix up probably, I'm gonna mix up 4 ounces just so we have enough to top coat it, because then I'm going to submerge this in the resin so this will be attached. So I need to have this still in place when I put my stickers so that I know where the stickers are going. So these are clear, and then you peel the top part off too. So it's gonna look better once. All right. Move that. And you just rub these down really, really good. And then you got to try to get the all right, let me grab my weeding tool here so I can try to lift this up. There we go. Okay. So see how much better that looks now? So you've got to be able to look through the white when you're doing these. And I'm going to try to hold the plastic so that I don't have to, there we go. All right. Yeah, that's definitely coming together. I love these stickers. So this will be on my website. I've added some new stuff on the website. So if you guys want to check that out, and that is also in my description box. There was a little piece of plastic there. Oh, that's cute. Okay. So let me just get all my stickers out of the way so that I can mix up some resin here. Because I do not want to get any resin on my stickers. And nah, I don't want to overkill, because sometimes, you know, we have a tendency of doing that. At least I do. All right, I'm going to put the stickers way over there. So I'm going to get my gloves out, get some resin mixed up. And this is just going to be a clear coat. I probably am going to put some crushed crystal in, because, you know, why not? Why not? So this would be really cute, like on an entry table, you know, when you walk in to a room or something like that. So let me grab my crushed crystal and a cup. All right, so Bond Craftor, you have definitely knocked this out of the park. You definitely have. And hopefully my resin is not too cool. Okay, so this is the resin. And guys, there is absolutely no smell from this. I did want to mention that. No smell at all. So it's really, really good. So I said I'm going to make what, 4? Yeah. Maybe we'll do 5. Just to be on the safe side, guys. All right, so that's 2.5 of B. And we're going to get 2.5 of A. Bringing it to 5. There we go. Get a stir stick, and we are just going to stir it. So what I'm going to do is I will get this stirred up, and I will let it rest for 5 minutes, and then we will come back and we will get this poured. There isn't going to be much of a reveal because, you know, as you can see, it's working face up, but it we'll be able to put the piece together and see how it looks. So I'm glad I went with the green, because it's going to bring the green out in the bells and the leaves on the snowmen. So I think that was a good choice. You know, and I wanted the piece to be bright and airy, so I think I accomplished that, guys. All right, so I will be back in just a couple minutes. Okay, guys, so we have got this, just checking to see, make sure I don't have anything on my tray here. All right, so we are going to pour. I poured the crushed crystal in. And hopefully we have enough. So I will have to go back and watched the video, I can't even remember how much I said I used yesterday. So I'm just gonna help this get to the edges. So what I might do is I might just put this on my heat mat on low, just so we can try to get this done. All right, so I hope I didn't put too much, because I got to remember I'm putting this in. And I forgot to spray it first. I am going to dip my finger in the resin and coat the back of this, just because I don't want any bubbles like coming up around it. You know, I just want to make sure that if there's resin here, then there won't be any place for any bubbles to be in there. And this is resin, so I probably didn't have to do this, but I don't want any bubbles. All right, so, and let's see. I need a squeegee, because I got some resin on the top. So maybe, since I had resin already on the top, instead of wiping it, I am gonna put resin on the top, and that will help the sparkle in the sign hopefully come out. I'm just going to have to watch my tray that I don't overflow it. Yeah, I think that'll just help the glitter shine a little brighter. All right, I'm going to put that in, but I'm going to wait till I get it to my curing mat, because I know my curing mat is level. So let me just take my, let's see, I want this dotting tool. And I just don't want any bubbles around the letters. So I'm just kind of outlining it. All right. So what do you guys think so far? Alrighty, so we are, except for I got something in it already. I got a hair. All right, so I'm gonna get this over to my curing table and I will just pour the rest of that in, and then we will be back for the demold, which isn't much of a demold, but we're gonna put it on the stand. I've got the stand already glued, so it'll be dry by the time this is done. So, alrighty guys, I'll be back in a bit. Okay guys, so we're back. I am absolutely in love with this piece. So as you can see right here, this is not the resin's fault. This is mine. I came down to check it and there was something white that had got in there. So I went to get it out and it was thick and goopy and it made a string. So I've already come up with a solution to fix it. So let's get this demolded. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? And somehow my table is not level. I'm gonna have to trim this, but I'll do that in a minute here. All right, so let me just get my scissors and we're just gonna trim that off. Get it really close, and then I can use my deburring tool after. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? I finally got a piece that is going to be perfect, and I screw it up. I'm like... So I'm like, okay, what do I, and I don't have any like other little Christmas little thingies that I could stick on here. So I'll show you my fix here in a second. So, and I brought it up, ran things by my husband, and he agreed it needed... if we were going to add to it, it definitely needed to be something 3D. All right, let me see if my knife will cut this because it's kind of thick. Yeah, I think that's going to be a little bit better. There, and then we can, and then I'll finish that with the deburrer. Once it finishes hardening up. There we go. All right. So, what my solution is we're gonna add, remember these flowers that I keep making, and I'm like, I make them in all different colors because I never know when I'm gonna need them. Well, today is the day that we need them. So I want to put them, but I want to put them at an angle because I need one to cover that. I need one like this way. So I want them kind of raised up. But that looks cute. So the only thing I have to do is I have to finish putting the gold on the green flower so that they all match. And then while this one is drying, because this isn't going to be a piece that, you know, it's going to be handled a lot. So it's, I'm just running it on the edges and a little on the leaves, just so that they all, you know, have that same vibe around the, with the gold in them, so that they all match. Okay, so we're gonna let that one dry. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use my E6000 and my UV bonder, because it's gonna take a little bit for these to set. So I am going to, we're going to put some on the back, just a nice gob, like that. And let's see. All right, so now I got to figure out how I'm going to get some UV bonder down in there. So I need to have a little cup that I can put some of this bonder in. And let me grab my light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get the UV down here, because we're going to be covering that up anyways. So I'm going to take maybe something that's more pointy. All right, let's try this brush right here. I just want to tack it in a couple of little spots so I know it's not going to move until that glue dries. Once that E6000 dries, that is not going anywhere. But in the meantime, I need to get it secured so that we can get this piece finished. So, guys, if you want to try this resin, I highly, highly recommend it. It is really, really good. The bubbles came out very easy, even after, well, like, you know, sometimes you come down an hour later and you'll have a bubble on the top that you got to break. I didn't have any of that. There was virtually like, the bubbles just dissipated. All right, so let's put, we're going to put that one there. But how am I gonna attach it? So I'm thinking if I put UV resin there and there, all right, so and oh, and I didn't need my flashlight because I have this one. I don't know if that's going to be enough or not. All right, let me move that. Let me see if I can drizzle some. All right, you know what? Where's my bottle? I was so bummed. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? And then what I'll do is I'll go around after off camera and like really get that secured in. And then we're gonna put this one here. So let me hold that in place. And I'm gonna squirt some in there. All right, so let me just, all right. So let's see what our finished piece is going to look like. And then, like I said, I'll go around and tack down little areas. But for the sake of the video, and are you kidding me? I put it in the wrong spot. Gee, son of a gun. All right. So, I went too far one way. And There's my gold pen. And all my other colors don't really match. So I guess we're gonna have 4 flowers. What an idiot. So I'm gonna definitely be doing another tray similar to this, because I really like how this one came out. So don't forget, I will have all the discount codes in the description below. All right. And yeah, I think that'll be okay. Where is my... Just take my, this light seems to be stronger for sure. So, my mistake diverted. So, let me, so I've got the stand, I have it all glued, I glued that earlier. And that is how that is going to look. Let me zoom you. Oh, wrong way. So that is how it looks. I absolutely, I love this resin. This is definitely worth investing in, guys. I'm telling you. I am so impressed. So we used it with mica powder, we used it with glitter, we did a clear coat. So we covered like 3 different bases, and yeah, this is really, so let me zoom down so I can try and like zoom you in. All right, let me take it off the stand so I can really show you. How good that came out. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think of the flowers. That was the only thing I had to try to fix my oops. But yeah. So I will see you guys on the next video, guys. Thank you. Bye.